What is going on YouTube? C4IQ, House of Albert. We've got me against Ghostbody in this one. Real good player from the UK. I've only known him a little while, to be fair. And every time I play him, there always seems to be lag. So I thought I'd do a little talk on about lag, because I mean, most people's opinion on online is that, you know, it's laggy. It doesn't mean much. Well, for me anyway, stuff like ranking doesn't mean much. Obviously, I mean, like in Marvel you get Lords, and in Street Fighter you get battle points, player points, all that sort of stuff. Having accumulating a lot of that, to me, doesn't mean that you're a good player. It's not a really good indication on your skill level, just because of the caliber of people that you could be playing. They could just all be rubbish, and you just it takes longer to get to a higher level, but it's still not as hard as if you had to beat really good people all the time to get there. So, but we've had a podcast on that, if anyone's heard it. Me, CT, I think it was 40% as well, like one of the first ones we did, talking about the online mentality sort of thing. But this one's basically more about playing in lag, and obviously no one likes to play in lag. That is just a given. Any fighting game offline is better, definitely. But I think there's something to be said for people that can play in lag. It's kind of like, it is kind of skillful, because you've got to think about it as in the sense of you have to be able to react better. When you play offline, lag's not a factor, but lag's a variable. So when you're doing combos and it's laggy, you've got to be able to adjust on the fly, whether it be just like input lag or visual lag. You still have to either have your muscle memory down or be able to think like, oh, okay, I need to press this button a couple more times just to make sure it comes out, and then adjust your combo, all that sort of stuff. Like in this set, you'll see lag happening at some random points, and for the most part, it might look like it's playing all right, but there was a lot of lag in it. So don't think like YouTube's messing up, it's buffering anything. There's just lag in this game, and I wanted to use this game as an example, because even with the lag, I can see that Ghostbody is a really good player. He's got a game plan. He can execute. I mean, the lag was affecting us both just as bad. To be fair, probably my team has better matchups. Hawkeye definitely destroys Doom, especially if you've got Strider backing him. Like it's a straight, like, near enough 10-0. Near enough 10-0. A lot of people say that Hawkeye beats Dawn. I'm not too sure about that. If Dawn can get Hawkeye to block, like if he does a pillar and he blocks that, I think Dawn's got the advantage. If he can't get a move out to make Hawkeye block, then yeah, I'll say it's in Hawkeye's favour. Magneto, I think Magneto does pretty well against Hawkeye. He can get into the spaces where Hawkeye can't cover, and he can get in a lot quicker. Even though he hasn't got teleport, he gets in a lot quicker than like Dawn does. Just because you can punish Dawn teleports and stuff. That was a sick stuff. Like stuff like that. Like even in lag, obviously it wasn't really affecting him there, but you can see what he's doing. He's pressuring me in the corner. Like how he's doing these combos online, I do not know. But it's sick. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the time you play people and it'll be, oh, I dropped my combo, that's why you won, and that's definitely a viable excuse. Like, I buy that. Sometimes your killing combo drops, and then that character kills your character, and then it's all downhill from there. Then it's like a massive conspiracy theory. It's like, oh, why could you do your combo? Why was it not lagging when you did yours? And it's like, well, you do, like, it's not hard. But yeah, I think definitely my opinion on online has changed a little bit. It's mainly because obviously I play Marvel quite a bit online. But the other game I play, if you don't know, is Cross Tekken, and I've only, even though that's pretty much an online game, I've only really played it offline. Like, I've played easily 3 times more matches offline than I have online. This is like since it's been patched, and as well as there's definitely, even in Marvel, there's an online mentality where certain things work online which they don't really work offline. The easy examples to give is some of the teams that you see online that are like First Lords and Cosmic Lords. They're not teams that you will really see in offline tournament play. Trying to think of an example. I've seen a couple of Resident Evil teams. So it will be Wesker, Jill, and Chris, or Wesker, Chris, and Nemesis. And there is some people that play offline that play that team as well. But you don't really see them, like top 10 or anything like that. But online, you'll see a lot of them. Same with like Hulk and Doom teams. I think I've said this before. Hulk and Doom offline pretty much doesn't exist. I think Food Black played it for a little bit. I can't think of anyone else like who does that. Bum plays Chris, Hulk, Hacker, I think, in that order. Obviously Kane Blue River, Big Bodies, but even they don't have Doom assist. Like, so I'm not saying it doesn't work offline, but online that's really hard to fight against. Like even when you can clearly see what their game plan is, what they're going for, it's hard to stop online. It must be, to me, I feel like it's a combination of lag, a combination of maybe being too smart about stuff, giving the opponent too much credit, basically. So you'll think, oh, they won't do that because it's not safe, but they'll do it anyway and they'll catch you because you think they're not going to do it. That sort of mentality. So where it's kind of like ignorance is bliss, because the less you know, the better you are, because you're more unorthodox, and people that know the game will think, oh, they shouldn't, why are they doing this? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm a prime suspect for that. I give everyone too much credit when I first start playing them. I think the only thing that I kind of like test the waters from is if I'm playing Hawkeye, I'll do light, medium, heavy S. And if you know the game, or maybe not know the game, but if you know Hawkeye, you know that the S is punishable. So you should never push block, because if he goes into S and you push block him, then he's safe. But if you don't push block and he does the S, it's an easy punish, really easy. So from that I can tell, right, okay, so they don't know if they don't push block certain attacks, they can punish me. So if they're just going to keep push blocking, they don't know about sort of frames and things that are unsafe, all that sort of stuff. That's the only way I can really try to figure out what kind of skill level my opponent's at. There's other things, sort of like seeing if you're hitting counter hit with the red sparks instead of the yellow ones. Yeah, there's a few other things. I mean, Marvel is kind of like a game where you don't really need a lot of character knowledge to get by in it. If your game plan's solid enough, sometimes it really doesn't matter what the other person's playing. I don't know. I know a little bit about Doom. Doom and Magneto I've seen millions of. I know what they're capable of. I know what they're pretty much going to go for. Maybe block missiles, fuzzy guard me. Doom. I think Doom's play differently. Doom's kind of like a character that can be personalized, so you can play him different ways. Some people like to teleport a lot like that, do the double teleport. Some people play Master CJ style, where they'll just keep doing try-dash S, the fish hook, or try-dash heavy. I think it's S. Sometimes I'll do it heavy, just in case they jump and I get a grab. But anyway, yeah. People like to play really defensive, and they'll just keep doing stalking flares out. You get people that will play defensive and block, push block, and do chaotic flame. So there's different ways of playing him. I know a bit about Doom. I've just started playing him again. I used to play him way back with X-23 and Iron Man when I clearly didn't want to win. But now I'm playing Nova, Trish, and Dawn. I'll definitely upload some videos of me using that team. Really sick, really. But yeah, there's things that you kind of hear through like the grapevine about characters, like, oh, all the Dormammu spells come out regardless. That's not true. I found out the hard way. It's the explosion when you do 3 red hands. I think they're power of destruction. If you get 3 of those and you summon it and you get hit, the explosion doesn't come out. I think it's something to do with there's certain moves in the game which are summons, So if it's a summoning move, it will come out on the first frame or 0th frame, whatever it's meant to be. And even if he gets hit, the move will still come up. The explosion doesn't seem to be a summoning move. That seems to be an actual move where it's, if you hit him, you will stop it from coming out. So I've been in a situation where I've done it. I've lost my powers, so I've lost the red hands, but my explosion didn't come out. So yeah, you definitely, obviously I'm not saying don't listen to anyone who tells you information about characters, but take it with like a grain of salt. Try and figure it out, see when the move's best used, all that sort of stuff. Try not to take people's knowledge and tech and then take it as like gospel. Definitely try stuff out. But yeah, fires offline, I mean, I've never seen that happen. It's happened to me online. I'm sure the mechanics work the same offline. So I'm not saying it's just an online thing that happens, but that's why I noticed it online. So there's definitely a reason to play online. You see or have situations happen to you which might not happen if you just played offline. I think it's more that the online players have a different mentality instead of saying that they're scrubs, which I'm pretty sure I've definitely said at one point in my life. Online players aren't anything blah blah blah. But I think it's just a different mentality, and it's up to the player it's up to me to, you know, work a way around it, adapt to someone who doesn't know that this is safe or they should do this. Because if I take that for granted and think everyone's going to play like that, then I'm going to lose against people that don't know. They won't do it. So it's kind of like a really weird paradox where it's like scrubs have an advantage or a skill that I'm weakened by because because of how I play. So it's definitely good to hit scrub proof. I think that's, yeah, I used to put it in scrub proof. Just going on ranks, I don't do it anymore. I feel like the team itself is scrub proof. So I don't have to, when I use my Trish team, I get beaten by people that aren't good a lot. Just because they're just doing, especially against Cap. If you play someone who's not very good at the game and all they do is chicken block, it's really hard to lock them down with Cap. If you think you can catch with a charging star and on this normal jump and then crossing up for my hyper charging star because I want to DHC into the round trip and get the unblockable, crazy stuff happens, crazy stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to have a team like this, just play lame, run away, wait for them to do something unsafe and then punish it. But yeah, Ghost Body's not like that. Ghost Body, he knows the deal, he knows what's going on. I want to say this is his main team. I played him a couple of times when he was using other teams. I think he was using Nemesis. Just like a sort of low tier thing. And I've recently gone back to Iron Fist just because he's more fun. Chris isn't really hype. Sorry to all the Chris players, but I do like it. I like it when I get people in incendiary grenades or I catch someone with a flamethrower. Like that's hype. I like these moments, but then I drop them. But that's my fault. But yeah, Iron Fist is just not even for the people just watching, playing him. It's just like, it is hype because I never expect to hit someone with Iron Fist. But there's not much you can do to get in with Iron Fist, to be fair. You can like frame trap people with stand medium, like stagger stuff. Very Street Fighter 4-esque sort of style. But yeah, when you hit someone, it's like, I can kill it if I do this combo. And it's not particularly hard, these combos. They're mainly just wreckers for the most part. Yeah, it just feels a lot more hype. Probably because I love the character. I've liked Iron Fist well before this game came out. I've always wanted him in the game. I like pretty much what they've done with him. He's like I expected. There's things I want him to be able to do, but it's like, would he really do that in the comics or in the cartoons? It's like, no, he doesn't fight any air. Like, they've given him a wall bounce, and I'm like, why on earth has he got a wall bounce? But then Virgil's got one, so it's like, what were they thinking? Maybe they just wanted to give him some sort of air mobility. Fair enough. But yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely you're going to see a lot more Iron Fist over Chris. I think I'll just stick to using Chris against people I don't like. or if I get wound up, then I'll go to Chris. But it will be Iron Fist this time. So yeah, this is nearly done, and bang, there you go. That's PSN for you, mate. Yeah. So yeah, that was me talking about lag. You know the deal, guys. Comment, like, subscribe, tell people about this, you know, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.